my boy Sperry Springer, not Jerry Springer.
Come on, man, shout out to Sperry Springer. My young nigga wild like Jerry Springer. Gang!
Sperry Springer, hottest blog in the streets, man. I stamp that, nigga.
Hey man, we with NolaZine. Shit, bros in Texas. I mean, do you be coming back and forth with Texas, or is this you up to something out here?
Well, this year I've been to Texas in general, like about 5 times already. I've been to Dallas, 3. So I've been coming to Dallas a lot. Like a lot of artists, I'm like it breaks me already.
Yeah. What off the rip? What's like the similarities you see between Dallas or Texas and Louisiana? Why do you not be besides them just being next to each other? What is like the connection with the two?
It's driving distance.
Yeah.
And it's just like I saw like a map yesterday and it made a whole lot of sense. It was like Louisiana map is kind of like cut off like after like anything on like after on like Lafayette, but they kind of on like tend to go to like to the other states. Like if you from Shreveport, but you usually end up in Dallas or Claymont, Texas. And if you from like up north Louisiana, like way up there, but you kind of go to like Arkansas. And like if you closer to Mississippi, you really go to Mississippi. But like from Lafayette on down is the real Louisiana.
Yeah.
But the crazy part is New Orleans only claim New Orleans. We don't claim Louisiana. So you ever ask a New Orleans person, you from Louisiana? Like, what is that?
Word. It's like its own.
But it's history behind it. Like New Orleans was actually found 300 years ago. Louisiana was found 200 years ago.
Correct?
Yeah.
Damn. See, that is history. I mean, but New Orleans is a pretty big like cultural and historic place. You know, I don't know.
It's a music and very spiritual. But I don't get into the spiritual part. I'll stay away from that area.
Off the rip, before I get into the New Orleans shit, the NolaZine, is zine short for magazine? Or how did you come
I came up with this name 10 years ago. I just didn't know what I wanted to do with it.
Yeah.
It was like Nola, and I wanted to create a magazine, but I never made one. So I had the name, I've been brought the name and everything. I just didn't know what I was gonna do with it. But I always knew I wanted to represent New Orleans like to the world. I knew it wasn't gonna never just be like for New Orleans.
Yeah. When it comes to like doing the blogging shit, the interview shit, and then having your platform, how big is your platform in New Orleans? Like, are you one of the key people that's pushing the scene out there?
Most definitely. Hey, shit. Far as like music wise, it's like 4 of us. It's like me, Chuck Moolah, A Million Roses, and like Nutriground. But far as one like media platform that has everybody like tapped in, like in the world, is mine.
Yeah. Because
I'm traveling. Like most of them focus on like really Louisiana and New Orleans.
What I mean, you kind of doing what I'm doing, bro. Like I'm branching out and cross marketing and stepping out of your comfort zone. Why are you deciding to like go about it that way? Like
Sean Cotton, I'm following his platform. Like I seen I said like actually I asked him. Like I was drunk, I don't know what he drinking, but we was at a Saints in the Philadelphia game. I'm like, hey. And I asked him some few questions about like the company, and I never knew you could get paid to interview somebody. I'm like, so you telling me I get paid for somebody to actually talk to me?
Yeah.
And he told me, yeah. I was like, okay, I got you. And ever since he told me that, I went straight for it. Well, like I remember like my first 50 interviews, I did it for free, but like I did it all in like 2 weeks, like quick.
What's up, big homie?
That was good, man.
Hey, but thank you for jumping in my interview. You ain't even hit me.
Huh?
I said, thank you for jumping in my interview.
Oh, shit.
It's cool.
Oh, yeah, my fault.
Oh, you good, man?
Good. But yeah, man. Like you said, Sean, he kind of did.
He laid the foundation. Like it's always gonna be somebody, but like they had like a company in New Orleans that I actually looked up to. Like it was called Fat and all that.
Yeah.
And I just interviewed him. And he gave me so much game, like for his media company. Like he had so much content. It's crazy. Like he got the Lil Wayne's interviews and 11, 12. You know he put out.
Yeah.
Like
see.
Like he the reason why they had like the like No Limit like Chronicles. Yeah. He got all that footage.
Oh, that's wow.
But like
that's
also.
Great.
If his company was actually getting paid for, I'm like by the city, but the mayor and them actually sponsored this thing. Wow. Like he was on cable for free and everything.
See, that's
like,
legit.
Like, that's crazy.
When you talk about some of that type of shit, like the content, like bro, like that's like bro, New Orleans has been established and stamped in the hip hop scene, and now it's actually.
But it was only labels. it was on like record labels. It was never just artists independently.
But I mean, it's a movement of a plethora of
Right.
artists under that shit, and then they represent. And then, like I said, like the whole Baton Rouge shit, that shit done came along the way,
Right.
and
It was a niche. I'm like, I tell people this. I say, I think New Orleans kind of lost it. I'm like, to Baton Rouge, it's because Cash Money and No Limit actually moved out of New Orleans. If they would have stayed in New Orleans at that time and like made Drake's and Kanye's coming to New Orleans, New Orleans would still be a big market. But actually, Master P moved to Baton Rouge, stuff put Baton Rouge artists on. He brought a whole like neighborhood.
yeah,
So like around that time, they had Boosie making his name, and like it was just by MTV and all them being in that area already. It kind of helped a lot of Baton Rouge artists.
What about like that when they did move out? Like you watched the No Limit Chronicles.
Right.
I mean, everybody done heard plenty of shit about Cash Money, and this is like everybody that grew up during this time. Niggas know New Orleans like had two of the hottest rap labels in the game.
Right. The crazy part is, before you say that, like actually, Cash Money and No Limit wasn't even the biggest record label in New Orleans. It was Big Boy Records.
Yeah.
But the owner went to the feds.
Word.
Like
I heard
Big Boy
about-
Records, who had Mystical and all the people.
Okay.
When he went to jail, that's when they started getting those different artists.
Yeah.
Like, he had everyone.
No
he
shit.
had like at least 50 to if you listen to like early BG, he was actually talking about Big Boy Records, like going against them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard Mystical talk about that shit.
And but like if you listen to old UNLV from Cash Money, early Cash Money, you go hear them going off on Mystical.
Yeah.
Like fuck like Boot Cat Clip and like Boot Cat Click and like Mystical, I'm gonna drag you by the river and all that.
Yeah.
But like Big Boy was like the biggest record label first.
Yeah.
But like Cash Money and like No Limit, like to New Orleans, it was just two different projects.
Yeah. Okay, I was finna ask you like the influence that they had on, say, someone like myself growing up, living in different cities and states, came from up north. Like, bro, like I was a kid that had a white tee and was putting a bandana around my neck trying to be like Hot Boys and shit like that. Was the influence like that for y'all growing up? Actually,
Yeah, it was a cultural shock. It was like, it was what we were seeing every day, so we had no choice to fall in it. I don't think that culture really changed until Lil Wayne started going to New York, hanging with Dipset, and that's more when New Orleans people, right, for my generation, started changing their swag up a little bit. But for all that while, we was dressing like Hot Boys and Soulja Slim.
Yeah. But it's funny that you said that because I feel like any real Wayne fan knows this, but then a lot of people that grew up like watching Wayne rise to what he was, niggas realized once he did, like I'm a Dipset fan, so niggas know once he started going up there, shit kind of changed.
Yeah,
and that's when he kind of
basically
started.
I followed the way Lil Wayne dressed until probably Lollipop when he started wearing fucking cheetah pants and shit. I like, Lil Wayne going on that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He got a little different.
like I'm gonna tell you a real funny story. Like, and I had this conversation with people in New Orleans. Like, dudes in New Orleans wasn't eating pussy until Lil Wayne started talking about it. Like, we used to have sex and just be kissing. Like, they didn't even kiss girls. But when Lil Wayne like started making it sound like it was cool, that was nigga like, well, let me try it. I'm being honest.
That's really is one of his subject matter. Damn, I never thought about that.
Like Lil Wayne really, like I used to want braids.
Yeah.
Like I wanted, like that was Lil Wayne. I wanted Iceberg. Like, he was like, I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah. When you see someone like Lil Wayne, who's like, a lot of people do put in their top 5, some people say he's the greatest, things like that. How does New Orleans look at Lil Wayne like, yo, this really is our
Wayne
best?
is.
Yeah, this is our best rapper. Like,
Yeah, of
this
course.
is
You
the guy.
had to embrace it, but like,
Nah, because I didn't know if it was like, sometimes you hate on the mainstream people. You know what I'm saying? Unless they do make it.
Lil Wayne, been Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Like, before it's on side Lil Wayne, it's gonna be Soulja Slim.
Yeah.
And like Soulja Slim is New Orleans Tupac.
Yeah.
Like Soulja Slim is probably the only rapper ever. Like I don't care what rapper. Like you knew he was about what he was talking about.
That.
Like yeah.
Nah, for real.
In facts.
When I think of Soulja Slim, I do think he was like ahead of his time for some of the shit that he was doing.
Well, the rapper I tell people was ahead of his time. I hope they free him. Was Mac.
Yeah.
Like most people don't know the history behind Mac. Like who signed No Limit.
Yeah.
He was like the first artist signed at 12 years old.
Damn.
Like when he got out another deal, that's when he signed to No Limit.
Yeah.
Like Mac was rapping the same shit Tupac was rapping.
Yeah.
That long ago.
Damn.
But like he was just in New Orleans, he never had that. But he never had that mainstream break until probably that song like Wobble Wobble with like Master P.
Yeah.
But like Mac, if you ever go back to World War III and all them different things, you're gonna hear that Mac really have like some lyrics. Like he's very versatile.
Yeah, nah. When it comes to like niggas like Soulja Slim though, like I was saying, like, bro, like I feel like yeah, he lost his life early before he could probably have the full impact he was gonna have.
Right.
But like the shit that he did the little time he was here, and then like for me, I remember when Slow Motion came out. That was like the big, like still right now to the day, like nigga.
That's actually when he died. Right.
That song
Yeah.
blowing up and becoming a #1 hit on Billboard. Like this is really a #1 hit on Billboard, like over country music, all that type of shit. Does that just kind of say how much like niggas really fucked with like Soulja Slim, like deep down, or was it
Well,
just?
the crazy part is Soulja Slim had a lot of relationships. He was just about to become what he was supposed to become.
Yeah.
By actually being on the road with like No Limit and all them states and like people know Soulja Slim everywhere because Soulja Slim, he was a real authentic person, but he was also like for us like I don't know Soulja Slim personally, but like I know his family and his son.
Mm-hmm.
But I just hear just great like genuine stories about dude.
Yeah.
Like he was about what he talking about, but he also was about his business, like for us getting the business done correctly.
Is the and shit? I don't know if it's out your lane and shit, but like niggas call the tattoo the soldier sign. Is that because of him, or is that some New Orleans shit, like just the soldier shit?
For my generation, he was like one of the first people to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like you know how like other cultures like in Cali they'll have like teardrops and shit like that was stamped for like New Orleans.
Talking about the cross.
That cross you're for, that was stamped in New Orleans.
So when you see everybody from everywhere else now, that's the thing.
Yeah, but now you might see a cross of somebody in New Orleans face or they might like a Florida leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they gonna have something on their forehead.
Yeah.
You just don't know what they probably want a very like unpredictable person, but it is what it is.
Nah, for real. Did you have anything that you favored or leaned on between like the Cash Money No Limit era back then, like growing up? Like, did you like?
But like when No Limit had it, they had it.
Yeah.
But Cash Money, like both of them were unique. Like actually, if I kind of treat my platform like as Master P, like if you watch the Chronicles, Master P said he used to drop so many albums in one year.
Yeah.
Like when I started my YouTube channel, people like, if you don't supposed to drop all them interviews like that, you supposed to wait and do that. I'm like, man, I'm dropping every day.
Nah, for real.
Like you gotta be unique. You gotta be consistent. You just gotta do something that's like fucking revolutionary.
Yeah. And see, okay, that's something that you peeped from like Master P. What's something that you peeped from like say Birdman or Cash Money and his brother?
Just
like,
both of them. They just went to different cities and made people know them.
Yeah.
Build relationships. Like that's what I'm doing exactly right now.
Yeah.
Like my goal is like I know I can't help New Orleans unless I bring the world into New Orleans.
Yeah.
Cause I talked to Dallas Global about it. Like New Orleans don't have no real like gatekeepers. Like when nobody in the industry vouching for it. That's the reason why most people taking our culture and just stealing our sounds and like not giving the credit to like the right person.
I think a lot of people, and I'm not saying me, but I've never been to New Orleans yet, but to a lot of people, New Orleans, as much as people do see the culture and know like the certain things, I think a lot of people are scared of New Orleans. Like that's a place that like a lot of people, you do see and hear a lot of shit, about New Orleans. So I don't think it's necessarily like the first place a lot of people think to go to.
Well, I want to tell y'all the greatest thing on camera.
Yeah.
In New Orleans, it's probably a 95% chance nothing will happen to you. New Orleans people only do stuff to New Orleans people.
Okay.
You don't do it to each other. That's probably like in every city, but like it's a tourist city. You just don't want to be cut out of bounds. You know you're supposed to be there. Don't go there.
Yeah.
Go to the tourist shit.
Nah, for real.
But you can like believe it or not, if you went to the hood and you holler at somebody, the right person, they probably would let you document it and different things like that. But you still at your own risk too.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what that person got coming behind them.
Yeah. So how much is like what the average person knows about New Orleans? Like you like say like this the Mardi Gras Bourbon Street, is that really life, or is that just for Mardi Gras time? Like is that the
shit? Bourbon Street lit every day.
Okay.
That probably people on it right now on a Monday.
Yeah.
But it's for tourists. Like
Okay.
on New Orleans people you'll catch on Bourbon or around that area, they hustling, they pimping, they doing something.
Yeah.
Are they robbing? If you get caught on one of them side streets out of bounds, like I said.
Yeah.
When you on Bourbon, you make sure you stay on Bourbon till you get the Canal Street. Don't be going venturing off on them side streets, but you might get what you're looking for.
Nah, for real. What about like say shit stuff like going through Katrina and stuff like that? I feel like ever since niggas made it through Katrina, for whatever y'all got through it, I feel like that was like a new chapter in New Orleans.
Katrina actually slowed down the murder rate. You know the murder rate's still high.
Yeah.
But they had some terrible people in New Orleans. Like the kidnap rate and everything. It was a whole different generation. Like now they got it still have killing, but it's like more like young 15, 16. Like this was like the whole city was active before Katrina. Like you had to wash some stuff away. Like it's a lot of crazy things going on. Like all right, they got this. They have like this area. It's called New Orleans East. Like New Orleans East been active, but the problem is, but they got gentrification. So they sent all the projects and all the hoods to one place. Yeah. So like if you just watching the news, it should look like Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. Like seriously, like it looked like Grand Theft Auto. Like it's a go with everything.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, I don't advise no one to go to New Orleans if they don't have to be there. If you know somebody, stay close with that person.
On a side media thing, like within like it's not just necessarily music, but like when it comes to say sports and all these things, New Orleans is one of the places that gets caught up in the talk of, oh, it's not a big market, so players want to leave or not stay. But when you have like niggas like Drew Brees come through and y'all.
Well, the thing is, football is a big market. Yeah. Like New Orleans is a regional team, so like the fans are Alabama, Mississippi, because they don't have no team, so they come to there I'm not gonna say the whole Louisiana, because like I said, from Lafayette on down is really Louisiana. Everything else is like Streetport gonna be like probably Dallas Cowboy fans, or someone like probably close to like Natchitoches might be a Saints fan, but they might be a Texas fan, but they might drive them. Yeah. Maybe they might drive to Houston, or hell no. Hey, but they might be a fucking Titans fan. They might drive to Memphis. You just never know. But like the whole Louisiana ain't just all together.
It's really broken apart. Like New Orleans, like you said, New Orleans is like its own state within the state.
Yes, so it's like an island.
Yeah. What about just for you growing up in New Orleans? Like, just what was it always in it for you to be behind the camera doing music type shit?
No.
Like,
I always been around the music industry, but I never in life thought I would be doing this. Like I had a speech impediment problem bad. I never thought I'd be getting interviewed or interviewing somebody. Yeah. But what happened is like probably 10, 11 years ago, I used to do something else and I changed my life. So I became a promoter. Yeah. And I became a big promoter fast. So I met all these celebrities and different, like I had, like if you ever go look at one of my personal pictures, you're like, damn, you already got all the relationships. So me just creating this just really helped other people. Like it was helping more people than it helped me. Yeah. But like Sean Cotton just blessed me and told me I get paid for it. Once I found out I get paid for it, like it just turned the whole like, this is what I'm about to do.
So when you say you was promoting, were you like bringing people out?
Yeah. So I'm the first person who brought Fetty Wap to New Orleans, Dej Loaf. Like I was actually mad at Fetty Wap.
So you talking?
Fetty Wap got dreads the same day as my concert. The people was asking for their money back. He came to New Orleans when he got his fucking dreads. He just randomly went from haircut to dreads.
So this is like at peak Fetty Wap, like Trap Queen.
Trap Queen, baby, won't you come my way? He had Alexis Sky with him. And he came to New Orleans with some fucking dreads. Like, who the fuck are you? Yeah. People was asking for their money back. He only did 2 songs. He supposed to do 30 minutes. Damn. It was horrible. But shout out to Fetty because, and we did 5 shows with him. Like, just to travel with Mississippi, different things like that.
Tour. I was going to ask you, do you miss the promoting game, and then let alone like what's like give me the pros and cons of each promoting and blogging?
Like I did NBA YoungBoy first concert.
No shit.
In New Orleans. But he was wanted. I did NBA YoungBoy and like Mr. Kane together.
So this is like 30. This was like
30 baby. He was wanted. Just tell you this. After me and my friend Callie did the concert, and like when he was wanted, we told Feet at the time like. And the police kept telling me but this around the whole New Orleans, it was Baton Rouge. I mean, it was Bayou Classic time. Like it's big for like Baton Rouge and like Grambling people. But YoungBoy was wanted. YoungBoy still wanted to come to concert. Yeah. Like man, don't do it. So the following day, I think he had a concert in San Antonio or something like that.
He was in Austin.
Austin, that's when he went to jail. Yeah, I know. He was highly wanted already. Video, but like he could have went to jail that night before for my concert.
He was just trying to get the bag.
Yeah, but like I have a real relationship with Montana and YoungBoy mom and the whole people. So like that's
lately I've been calling Montana my father. That's
my partner. I just actually got the phone here. Like that's my real partner. You look at my few maybe a week or 2 ago, you'll see me in the strip club together. Damn. Like that's my real we really talk on the phone, FaceTime.
Let me ask you this, because I know you already let it be known that New Orleans shit is different than the rest of Louisiana. Is YoungBoy already on like the Louisiana rapper Mount Rushmore?
Hell yeah.
Like
shit, he definitely took he took Baton Rouge. He the biggest artist for Baton Rouge, period now.
Over Boosie?
Hell yeah, he did the numbers. That's what I'm saying. Like speaking on the worldwide, like Boosie is like, all right, there's always somebody gonna come before. There's gonna be that person that's gonna pass that person up. Like Boosie was the person to set that shit up. But like YoungBoy, Idol is actually somebody who was under Boosie. Is your boy who got killed. I'm a Lil Fat.
Yeah.
Like he dressed like him, everything he want. Yeah, he tell you his idol is Lil Fat.
Damn.
But Boosie loved YoungBoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Like Boosie, my partner. Like shout out to TQ and Shaw. Like I actually helped them do a concert.
No shit.
After party. Like I got a real relationship with Boosie now. Like I'm talking about, like, I can show you videos. We walking in New Orleans for the casino together.
Damn.
Like with my partner. Like that's what I say. Like I got a real relationship with the artists.
Yeah.
That I never even did an interview with yet. Like I focus on doing independent artists first.
I was gonna ask you how do you feel about having relationships and being cool with artists? Like, cause some people it is like a thin line that you can draw with the shit. Cause it's like some niggas you get so cool with them they expect the love off the rip and it to be one way. So then it's
I
like
want to be genuine. The great part is I've been around Angela Yee for years. Rode in the car with her Uber, the whole Breakfast Club lip to. She just found out I do interviews.
No shit.
This year.
Damn, that's major.
Like I took like Nicole Murphy out, just me and her drinking.
Yeah.
She don't even know I do this shit. Like I don't even be like I bet my company just for reigning independent.
Yeah.
Like but like certain relationships I'm gonna leave it till it become genuine.
No, for real.
You know.
What about just to touch back on the YB shit? Why do you think he's like, bro? Technically, it's Drake and then YB. If you're talking about stats, these are the biggest rappers in the world. Why is he so revered and like just the?
If a controversy sells, but that's really him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's him. Like at first I'm like, yeah, he's just a rapper, but like that's really him.
Yeah.
Like he only talking about what he know.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I mean, he definitely.
But
does.
like far as like just putting it together with the lyrics, I'm like he the best at doing it in Louisiana.
Like he makes really good music.
Right.
Like I think that's.
I like his music actually when he mad.
Yeah.
When he mad, that's when his best music to me.
Nah, for real. Nah, he be talking some shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I became a fan of his from going to like 2 of his shows out here. Like at early stages, I went.
Funny story. This is how I got cool with Montana. Actually, when I started NolaZine, I went to jail for a convicted fella with a firearm. So NolaZine was like this close to not being NolaZine.
Yeah.
So when I got out of buying, Fee and Montana was at the hotel around the casino. He like, man, you want to go on the show with YB? I got on the road. They brought me a bottle of Tito's and something from the gas station. And we went on like a whole Mississippi tour together, like one night. Like YB had like 3 shows.
No shit.
And like that's how I really got really close with like Montana. But I always knew Fee. Like Fee like my idol.
Yeah.
Like Fee, like I'm talking about Lil Wayne best friend. Like he definitely plugged in.
Nah, that's crazy. You saying names that niggas rap about and say like these are.
I've been like Fee was like I'm talking about since Lil Wayne was rapping about Fee and
way back.
I remember the first time I met Fee, I'm like, man, I thought you was this big ass dude, but he like this tall, like, but you tell about him like Fee, like you gotta pay the fee.
Yeah.
And it's just a blessing me even knowing them type of people.
Nah, for real. What do you think about just the the blog stuff and the media and the platforms out in Texas? Like one thing I feel like a lot of people hype us up and tell us that we got a lot of different ones, but what's your outside perspective on shit out here?
I talked to my friend Chuck Moore over there about this, and I told him do that. I told him like if start taking y'all content, but like y'all can be controversial out here. Like in New Orleans, a lot of us really can't to each other who beefing with each other.
For real.
And like we 5 minutes away from each other. We gotta see each other.
Nah,
in Texas, y'all might not see each other, but when you see somebody in New Orleans, you know it is what it is from right then and there.
Yeah.
You ain't no running. Like we gotta go to the same strip club. We gotta go to the same. Like we gonna eventually meet at the gas station somewhere.
Yeah.
So you can't be doing all that. Like you would rarely hear a New Orleans artist make a real diss record about another rapper. Cause we'd rather just handle that in the streets.
Yeah.
But that's the only difference I see from Texas. Like like I told Terry, it was like nothing against like God Bless the Dead Mo 3. I'm like when he was like going in and all by rap, like that was kind of weird for us.
It was a little much.
It's like we would never do that. Like we not like we need the internet shit for the internet.
Yeah.
So that was like my only like looking at it like I ain't like that part. But his music was dope.
Nah, for real.
But like you would never hear a New Orleans artist. Like it's funny. Like tell you this plain example. You never heard Birdman respond to Rick Ross.
Nah.
He not. It's gonna be a conversation to have when you see him.
Yeah. Just
Like you think about it, like Lil Wayne never responds back to Pusha T. Like If it took for Pusha T to start rapping about Drake for Drake to respond, but Lil Wayne never responded back then.
Yeah. Is it just a New Orleans thing? Because I was about
Like
to say
the only
about
person
YB and shit.
YB not from New Orleans.
Okay, so I was just making sure
That's
because
bad.
that's
Baton Rouge a little different.
Yeah.
Like Baton Rouge, I think Baton Rouge artists been like kind of going at each other, but I don't think they say each other's name.
Yeah.
Like you know, out here they might say each other's name.
Nah, for real.
Like I ain't gonna speak on YB and the beef and like, but I never heard them say each other's name or nothing. They're like kind of diss if you know you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you
like
never really
it's
did.
just like out here they like, man, you know nigga, they say the name. I'm like you put the police in your business.
Nah, for real.
And like then the crazy part is like then the artists get mad at the bloggers, but the bloggers doing their job.
Man.
Y'all the one, you shouldn't be doing that shit.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly. What would you say to like somebody, before I hit you with some of my rapid questions to end it, like what would be your like somebody that's starting in the same shoes that you started off with this shit, getting into this type of,
well, just with any business, I tell people to do something you love, something you'll wake up with a passion and find your niche.
Yeah.
Once you find your niche and find your purpose, you'll be successful at it. But your success might be fast, it might be slow.
Yeah.
But you just make sure you get paid for it through the whole process.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
Is that something that like you would have knew off the rip? You would have been.
Yeah, cause I was cause from being a promoter, I always knew I never wanted to be a promoter.
Yeah.
So I learned how to do marketing. So I used to help businesses market. So so just me growing as a business entrepreneur, I learned different things.
Yeah. As a person with a platform, I ain't gonna lie, and I don't even do the Instagram shit really. Like my shit's all on YouTube for the most part. But like, you personally, what's the best way for an artist to approach you or get your attention? Because I ain't gonna lie, it'd be very.
I ain't gonna lie, you
you
DM me, you can straight priceless.
Yeah.
But if you see me in person, we can have a conversation. It's like I tell people try to build a relationship, but you gotta come at any person that you see got a service. It's like my third time getting Amber Alert in Dallas. Like y'all lit out here, huh? But yeah, I tell them like basically, man, there's different ways you can build. It's not to be a blogger DJ. Like man, buy him a drink, just show him you trying to build an organic relationship instead of just like feel like you need something from them. Because if you need something from them, they gonna charge you.
Yeah.
So you just build but if you deal with a blogger if you just like cash him for lunch or something, just show him you bugging with him, he might just start posting you for free. Buy some merch. If he drops some merch, you need to be the first person trying to buy it. If you want to post the stuff from this person, you should be the first person supporting this person. If you need something from this person, you should be the first person to support this person. And that's just but that's in just any business. That's like if you need an engineer, like show him some love.
Man.
Like you don't know what he going through.
Nah,
but you might do something that probably lift his day up and you don't even know.
Yeah. Nah, shit, that's real, bro. I mean, I had to ask you that because, a lot of niggas be looking at niggas like us and they be saying, like, niggas play favorites and things like that, but you really saying some real shit. Like
I don't even play favoritism, but I don't jump in people mix, but I let it know, who I deal with, but, it's just certain people. I'll still interview them in different things because I'm dealing with them. But you just gotta keep that shit business.
Yeah.
Shout out Fee. But Lil Wayne had a song called Working Them Bitches.
Yeah.
And Fee was on the hook. I wish that could have been me.
Yeah.
It was the song with yeah, that's why your bitch want a real nigga like me. I be working them bitches.
No.
Working. That was Fee.
Yeah.
Both people didn't even know that was Fee on the song.
Damn. So that's the one.
Yeah.
What about just on some New Orleans and Louisiana shit? What is because we know the outside in, the anthems, obviously back then so it was one of the national anthems of life. Then you got Set It Off, which is that's
but the ultimate fight song for New Orleans?
not even fight song. What's y'all how out here niggas want to be a baller or something still tipping these gonna be the songs.
Oh, I thought you wanted to hear that. I got a song that most of the world don't know that is actually it's that anthem to. Probably, somebody gonna get killed after, but it's Birdman's nephew. His name was BG Derek, and the song called Beef. Beef is never beef never squashed. Featuring Chaotic and Uncle Larrell. But when this song come on, you see your op, you either popping off him or you going in your car. You about to go. You know what it is. It's called Beef ain't never squashed.
That's
And you can Google it, and you can hear it. You can hear the lyrics, and you're gonna know how to move in life too.
if that comes on.
Yeah, he be basically telling you the shit that you don't need to be doing too while you beefing.
Yeah. Nah, for real. All right, man. I'm gonna ask you the last couple finish sentences. Shit. NolaZine is, NolaZine was. Finish the sentence.
NolaZine is one. NolaZine is one. I can't get out. NolaZine is one like multimedia platform, but NolaZine was. I don't know what it was. When it started, it was started off as just interviews. I didn't never think I would have a podcast. It's on all podcasts, everything like that now. But it was definitely growing faster than whatever, like everything that I ever thought it would be.
Nah, for real. What about man? Shit. NolaZine showed the world. Finish the sentence.
You see?
NolaZine showed the world. Finish the sentence.
If NolaZine showed the world,
Yeah.
NolaZine will show the world that it's gonna be bigger than like XXL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real. Man, what for the people that might just be getting tuned in if they wasn't familiar with NolaZine, what's some of them like go-to or classic interviews and things that you guys might have on YouTube?
Well, for the worldwide, you want to know, we got on an interview with NBA Michi Baby. It was there. He actually taught me a lot. He actually more humble than what I thought he would have been. Mm-hmm. And the next one is with Freeway, like Ricky Ross. Shout out to Freeway. Mm. And he just explained everything. He spent like all these movies behind him about Snowfall. Talked about Rick Ross. He talked about like a lot more than most people interview him about. Yeah. And dude jumped in the car, he ride around New Orleans with me. Yeah. Like we just was running. I'm like, damn, like this man made $1 million a day. And we riding around with me and my hybrid. And I'm trying to be ducked off. He like just running it.
Whole legend, man.
Yeah. Shout out, man. Shout out Freeway Ricky Ross, man.
Nah, that's legit, man. Shit, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Shit, I hope you're able to get, whatever you're trying to get out here, make your moves and shit, bro. Keep building out here. Hopefully, shit, next time we check in, shit, if it's not out here, shit, hopefully it'll be my first time in New Orleans, because right when I go there, I'm tapping in, man.
Yeah, I probably won't be in New Orleans, but I definitely hook you up.
Yeah, you're on the move.
Yeah.
I respect it, man. Shit, where can, what you got anywhere you want people to follow or,
Instagram, if my personal page is, Nola Plug, NOLA_plug. Mm-hmm. Instagram for the company it is NolaZine TV, NolaZineTV, and that's on every platform. And we have a website www.NolaZine. Mm-hmm. Man, you just type in NolaZine on everything, even Tumblr.
The big old lime green logo, man.
Well, actually, speaking on that logo, I didn't really care to go press the person, but like a person in California stole my logo and concept. Damn. He called himself CaliZine. Damn. And I'm gonna give him a shout, man. Hey, you tried, it's cool. Yeah. But sometimes, just know I could have pressed you about it, but
imitation,
I ain't tripping on it.
Flattery, man.
Yeah, I ain't tripping on it.
Shit, man, I appreciate you, bro. Anyway, I get a shout out to Sperry Springer one time, man.
Man, shout out to Sperry Springer.
Man, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, that was solid, man.